Hi, folks. That's an eerie voice. I'm Mike Morales here in Southern California. You are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels, networks, platforms, and platform shoes. I'm sitting here in SoCal, sweltering. That guy out there is
Matt Metris in Rochester, New York. I got the platform shoes with the goldfish inside.
with the goldfish. No, what do you take me for? Pole dancer? No, man. I got bell bottoms on, bro.
I'm not old enough for that, Mike.
Yes, you are. Folks, we are going to try and dissect Madre Mezcal. And this is, if you watched our Espadin episode, we loved it. It was dense, not very complex, but that's okay because it's at 80 proof. This one is a Espadin and Cuishe. Madre Cuishe, and I like anything that says Cuishe and Barril and Karwinski and all those. Tobola again is one of our favorites. We've had several. This one, I think, as we mentioned before, I loved it. This is recycled glass. We love the. I don't know if you could see the kind of the raised lettering on the glass there. It says Oaxaca, Mexico here, and I still like the labeling.
Very classy.
Yeah, it's got an old school feel, but not really,
Yeah, I'd like to do brand of promise on packaging.
Okay, I think you're absolutely correct. Brand of promise on packaging, Mezcal packaging is definitely worthy. It's eye-catching, and the bottle is rather tall, so
yeah,
it's only a 750, but it looks like a big liter bottle. So
I only have one shelf that this fits on, actually.
Yeah, and that's the top, and that's the top shelf, right?
Yeah.
De todos los muertos, Madre de todos los muertos Mezcal. That's the full name. Okay, that's the mother of all the dead people. I see dead people. So here we go. Let's pour this, taste it, and then tell you all the stats and stories behind it. Oh, you got that pop too.
Yeah.
All right.
I cheat. I do it right into the microphone. That's it.
See, I don't have a microphone to do that with. No, that's a little too much, but that's all right. I don't normally pour that much of mezcal right away.
Yeah, it's a Monday night. Let's go. Let's go right.
There's no more Monday Night Football, so what the hell, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Super Bowl. By the time you folks see this, it'll be May. So the Rams have won, and we're so happy here in LA because Rams are Super Bowl champs.
Yeah, we actually, my wife and I bought Buffalo Bills tickets for the AFC Championship, and they didn't make it.
They didn't make it.
Kind of sad. But then we didn't have to sit in the 3-degree weather either. So
that's good. That's good. Because we were discussing Buffalo not shortly after.
And the lake effect snow that comes with it.
Snow, yeah. You have one of those newfangled.
The Denver and Lily.
Yeah, they were interviewed by one of the three of the members of our media network team, the techie ladies. You may have caught that on their Instagram. That was really kind of a fun interview, and I'm going to have to see if I can't finagle a few glasses from those guys. Because
this is a neat glass. I got this for my birthday last summer.
Yeah. You mentioned that you've used it before.
Yeah.
Have you used it with tequila and mezcal or just tequila?
I've used it with tequila. I don't know if I've used it with mezcal, actually. This might be the first time.
Oh, well, there we go. We're breaking the seal on your glassware mezcal version. Again, beautiful legs and tears. Not sure. Let me grab. You guys can see that, can't you? On my screen? Yeah, you can.
Very, very shimmery under the Hollywood lights here.
Yeah. You got all that Hollywood lighting, man.
Yeah.
Should just call you Hollywood by Rochester. It is. It's and again, great legs and tears. I mean, the Espadin expression had great mouthfeel, very substantial. It coated the palate nicely, which was probably because of whatever smoke they had, because it was very minimal. This is also, I think, an artisanal mezcal, so that means there's the Tahona crushed and or could be roller mill, but What does their process say? Do they have anything on their website? Doesn't say anything.
Nothing that I could find.
Yeah, and I don't think their POS has anything either. So.
Oh, wait. Horse-drawn Tahona. There we go.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Horse-drawn. That's good.
There's only 2 paragraphs on the website, but one of the sentences is about a horse-drawn Tahona.
Okay. Yeah. More information. Okay. That's
Por favor.
Por favor. Okay.
It's subtle, like the Espadin.
Right. There's a brightness to it that maybe coming from the Cuishe.
Yeah. No ethanol, no alcohol aroma.
No.
Very much plant forward like the other one.
I'm not getting any wet cement either. I'm not sensing that. It's a lovely nose. Very nice. I like
this comes in a little higher at 45%, and the other one was 40. And you would expect maybe a little more alcohol in your face, but it's not there.
No. Just slightly cheesy, not a lot. It's not a pungent cheese. It's just kind of a pleasant.
Not as cheesy as our humor base.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we have definitely 2 distinct plants. You can smell both of them. One dovetails nicely into the next. They're not clashing, which is good. There was some alcohol now, but you really have to dig it for it. You have to really breathe into it to get it. And even then, minimal.
Yeah.
Okay, let's dive in. Let's see what.
Yeah. Definitely more alcohol on the mouthfeel there, especially compared to the Espadin. Lots of plant. I get a little burst of citrus in the front. Medium finish. It felt like initially after it was in my mouth, it was going to be a longer finish than it was. I was kind of surprised at that.
I got a burst of pepper, consistent all the way through the palate, from the lip and gum numbness to the tip of my tongue to the rear. That pepper, sometimes we get a pepper explosion at mid palate. This was consistent as soon as the intake, and it's not a bad thing. Okay, I kind of liked it. It was because we don't normally get mezcals that do that. That usually there's a procession. It kind of goes into a crescendo. So there's a beginning, middle, and end. It tells you a story, but this one goes right for the explosion it's like watching a Netflix movie where all of a sudden, a Michael Bay movie where something explodes. Yeah, and that's what it was like. It was like, it's a Michael Bay of mezcals, man.
Can we put some visual effects in here? Some the bottles behind you can explode. Yeah. We're gonna need to up our budget. Let's
and then we got to do our own stunts too, because it's Michael Bay. But again, it's a densest. The plant, it coats the palate, and that's got to be probably from the fibers itself, because you're probably fermenting with fibers. In fact, I'm sure that's part of the process. And there could be smoke that's doing this. I mean, in the past experience with mezcals, whatever residual smoke there happens to be does its job. It is designed to help you coat the palate, very similar to tequilas that use or spirits that use glycerin. That are made to coat the palate, so you're constantly retasting it, even when you're not.
I get a little bit out now that my mouth has sat empty for a little while. I get a little bit of that residual smoke, sort of
on the retronasal. Yeah, it's there, and I'm also getting just a hint of that wet cement. But it's not as prominent as it was with the Espadin, with the 80 proof. Wow, I like this one.
Yeah, me too. Do you have your popsicle stick there? I don't have a popsicle stick. We're low budget. We can only have one. It's the Highlander popsicle stick.
For those of you who don't get that reference, I'm sorry. Now you get to whack my head and then float up in the air. You know,
Yeah.
you need a chair that floats up. There you go. Yeah. This is good. It comes in a higher ABV. I like the pepper explosion throughout the palate. The cheeks, the gums, everything, just to feel that. The only thing disappointing is that it doesn't have that long, warm, fuzzy finish. It's got a medium to short finish. Both of them do.
Both of them. Yeah, it's surprising, especially at the higher proof. It's surprising, but
so what kind of price point do we have on these this?
$49.99.
Such a deal.
Yeah, that's not a bad price.
How are they doing that? Because
they're giving this stuff away. It's like a used car commercial.
Yeah. Back up the truck.
Yeah, for real.
Or sometimes I'll say stuff like, I need a bigger truck because I'm gonna take cases of this stuff. Okay, cocktails. Cocktail worthy?
I think it stands on its own. I mean, you could definitely use it in a cocktail. It's on that borderline price-wise too, where you start using a $50 spirit in a cocktail, it might make the cocktail cost prohibitive. And I think of it from the bar management standpoint too, right? You got to make money on this stuff if you're making a cocktail out of it. But I think it has the legs, pardon my pun, to stand on its own as a sipper. And I think we might look more for a food pairing or something like that to do it with.
This one you could do because of the medley, because this is a medley, of Espadin and Cuishe. Whereas the first one I said, I'd probably just do meats or cheeses. With this one, you could do both. You could do meats, cheeses, and fruit. I think it would pair really nicely with fruit as well. So your charcuterie board would have both instead of just one.
Is it really even a charcuterie board if you don't have both?
Yeah, it is.
Sad. It's a sad board.
No, it's a good board. When you come out here, I'm gonna take you to a meat market. Literally, it's a meat market. I mean, literally, it's a meat market. It's a butcher shop, meat market, restaurant. Okay. The charcuterie palette that we had like octopus and dried meats and cheeses and nuts. And it's like, no, hardly, I don't think we had any fruit. Honestly, I don't think, maybe jicama, maybe, I can't remember. I remember the meats because it was just very meat forward. And yeah, I've seen the ones with the fruit and not, but I think something like this would pair nicely with both, a board that would have both of them on there.
Yeah, I agree.
And that lip numbness, wow, that just keeps on giving. That's just amazing. Hey man, I like this. Brand of Promise nominee right there. And this is the Espadin Cuishe. It's coming in at 45 ABV.
45.
Madre, and this is called Madre de Todos los Muertos Mezcal. I love the branding on it too. It's just very cool. It's got that old school feel with a little bit of modern twist to it.
Yeah.
I believe the bottle is recycled glass. That's why it kind of looks green. That kind of gives you that idea that, it's like old Coca-Cola bottles or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It does have a Coca-Cola bottle kind of like, even in the little bubbling, I don't know how well you can see that, but you can see there's like little bubbles in the glass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It gives it that very Mexicoke kind of...
Mexicoke.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the other Mexicoke. Which doesn't come from Mexico anyway. Right. It comes down further. But that's our take, folks. Madre Mezcal, Brand of Promise nominee. Beautiful medley. I love it. I think it's worth and really affordable too. I'm surprised that, because it's not often that we get mezcals that are within a price point that the average consumer can get into. because some of the higher proof ones get a little pricey. You're locked in at $60.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. $150 a bottle.
Oh yeah, yeah, easily. And some of them are worth every penny. Okay, and some of them are dogs. There are other ones you can get for cheaper, maybe. And have the same kind of effect. But this one's a keeper. I'm telling you. I think both of them, even though the other one's at 45, this one here, the red label, the red band. I think even that one you could use as a gateway because it's not overpowering. The alcohol is just not, I think, you know what? It reminds me a lot of the Brujo line that we had, where all of them come in at 45, 46, right in there. And they have the character, the flavor, the higher proof, but none of them are overpowering. They're all very, very well balanced. And I think that's what I'm talking about here. Very well balanced for a medley or an ensemble, depending on how you look at it. I call Three Plants an ensemble, but they call it ensemble. So whatever they call it, we're not gonna. But that's our take. I'm Mike Morales here in Southern California. That guy out there is
Matt Metris in Rochester, New York.
You've been watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and networks. Please follow us if you're watching us. If you're following us on Pinterest, Instagram, you can follow TA Tequila Aficionado on Instagram. You follow Matt on his Instagram because he hides nothing.
That's true.
He's extremely transparent, and and he is a parent as well. So yeah, and you can follow us. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, give us a like because that helps us with the algorithm. Leave us a comment if you're having this mezcal anywhere where you can get it. Tell us what you're doing with it, what you're paying for it, and whatever you do, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.